Look, I think we're still going to be talking about Florida for another few hours yet, Kieran. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think we do need to still hold our horses. Some other key polls, as you mentioned at the top of the hour, have closed as well. Michigan, Texas, Pennsylvania. When you look at those, and if Biden does lose Florida, then he's looking towards this pathway instead. They could take days before the count is complete because we know, and we've been talking about how there's been that deluge of mail-in ballots. When you look at Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, they're the states that went red, as we know, in 2016 with very tiny margins. They're traditionally Democrat. They helped Trump win last time. So how they go this year is the big question. The thing is, though, we probably won't get a good grip on that as to where those states stand because Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, they're actually not even allowed to start processing or counting postal votes until today. On top of that, Pennsylvania and Michigan, they're allowed to keep accepting ballots after today, just as long as they're postmarked by Election Day. Texas is fascinating. Some very, very early results already starting to come in through, showing a strong showing for Biden. I mean, it's amazing to think, isn't it, Kieran, that we're even talking about Texas potentially going blue. In that state, it's been extraordinary to see more people voting already before Election Day than people voted overall in that state in the last poll in 2016. It's a record-breaking turnout, and it's that huge turnout that is giving Democrats that hope that they could have a long shot at winning the state of Texas. The other thing that's piqued my interest in the last few minutes, Reuters reporting that the Trump campaign and the Nevada Republican Party are now taking court action. They've just filed an emergency motion to limit processing of mail-in ballots in Clark County in Nevada. You do wonder if that's just the start of more to come in terms of the court action that has been predicted over the coming days. But it looks like that's already begun, at least in one state.
Stephen Conroy, what's your sense of where we're at? We're seeing Florida. We heard our Fox counterpart there. It sounds very positive for Trump at this point, but Ohio looks a bit better for Biden. What's your sense of things?
Yeah, look, I think it's getting close to the Biden camp having to raise the white flag in Florida. The Dade County results are shocker. The Biden camp was saying earlier today that they were concerned about turnout in Florida, and I think that's coming through. Ohio, Biden has started well ahead, but as the size of the count has increased from 20 to 30 to 40, that's narrowed. I think he's on about 56-44 at the moment, but he was 60-40. Not that long ago. So I'm hoping that Ohio will be a win for Biden at this stage. But we're still looking at Michigan. We still need to see what's happening in Arizona. I'm encouraged by Texas, but it's far too early. I still think all the results are going reasonably as expected, and it'll be down to Michigan and Arizona.
OK, Michael Kroger, you look at Florida. The polls, they said it was a toss-up. You know, it was certainly, Florida was always in the mix for Trump, and the Cubans and the Hispanic vote look like it's come home strong for him.
Yep, it has. And as I said, that's a reflection of the strong stand he's taken against Cuba and Venezuela. It's increased his vote there. That is a significant blow to the Biden campaign. Now, as Ashleigh said earlier, he doesn't need to win that to win, Biden. You know, if he got Florida, well, he's going to win the whole thing easily. He's going to win North Carolina and everything else. But you look at the other one Stephen just mentioned of Arizona. And, you know, when I was talking before about his bad behaviour, Arizona's got 11 votes. Arizona could cost him the presidency because I think he's going to lose Wisconsin and Michigan. Why did Trump have to have this 4-year war against John McCain, which he did? I mean, McCain was a hero and he was in the Senate for years, and Barry Goldwater was McCain's predecessor in that state. And basically Trump's been at war with the Republican establishment in Arizona for years, and totally unnecessary. And if he loses the presidency tonight, that's another one of the examples where he did things which he should never have done. But thus far, holding in Florida is certainly good news for the president, but the main state of Pennsylvania is still to come.